Bill, I know there's no audio. That's what we're trying to figure out here. Oh, now I hear an echo. Now it's in the room, yeah. So that's the speakers. Okay, wait. I'm gonna write a message to the people that are watching. Okay, hold on. We got audio now.
Audio.
So there's audio now. Everybody can hear it. Let me.
Don't move.
The default device did what?
Letters. It's fixed.
Okay, it's fixed. All right. Should we do covered wagons again? Anyway, that's from a movie called Waiting for Guffman, which I've been watching incessantly. Anyway, we were talking. Well, you know what? If you want to hear what you missed, people who are watching live on YouTube, if you want to hear what you missed, tomorrow go over to Patreon. The audio will be there, crystal clear, for free. Anybody can go there. You don't need to be a patron.
To be honest, it was some of my finest work.
It really was.
Yeah.
Like, you were really good. Should we just pretend that we're doing it for the first time?
I
already forgot what we're talking about.
Never get it back.
Yeah. Well, right. We'll never get it back. That's true.
That sort of greatness only happens once in a lifetime. And there you go.
Amen to that. Amen to that. So, okay. So there's a big announcement that we'll get to now that we've wasted enough time with the no audio trick there. There's a little trick I like to play on you, ladies and gentlemen. So we are now, let me put these on here because the future is so bright. Okay. We are now over 1 million total downloads. Yeah. Wow. And so let me just say that again, ladies and gentlemen. 1 million total downloads. Yes, thank you very much. This is wonderful news. We're actually 9,000 over a million. And it is wonderful. It is wonderful, and it is all because of our listeners listening over and over and over again. It's only 5 listeners that we have, but I pay them $20 a month to keep listening over and over and over again so that we get it up to 1 million. I know your mouse finger is tired from clicking over all that time there, but it is paid off, and thank you very much. No, seriously, that's not true. I don't pay anybody anything to click anything. It is all organic, and I think it's great. I thank you all. I hope you continue to listen and tell everybody you know about it. And that's it there. That's it. That's all we have for the show tonight. Good night, everybody. Yay! I'm just kidding. We have a lot to get to today. Let's see. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the tickets are no longer on sale for August 20th. I've got to get final numbers in to Libby over at the Farnsworth House there. So if you were like, maybe I'll get one at the last minute, well, sorry. You must have missed the news that the 8th was the last day. You've snossed and lost. But we will do other ones, and there is a good chance that maybe you'll get the message and you'll buy the ticket on time. That said, I might have 1 or 2 free tickets to give away, perhaps, but you gotta, I don't know, answer a trivia question or something like that. Call in and whatever. And so that's it there, Mike. Now you're going to be going to this show. You're looking forward to it at all?
Oh, yes, I am.
Did you see my shirt?
Oh,
I have.
Gettysburg on campaign.
Gettysburg on campaign. Look at this.
Look at that. Oh, look at that little swag. Look at that. That's nice.
And so all of the people that will be staff, the AG Roadshow Committee, they will all be in similar shirts.
All right.
And it says staff on the back of there so that you know if you need anything, you just find them and everything like that. And then also, as a little perk to all of you great people who did get tickets in time, you will get a promo code to get I think it's a 20% discount or maybe free shipping. Don't hold me to, you're going to get some kind of a perk with this promo code so that very night after the show, you've had such a great time, you want to commemorate it, you can go on to our shop and get the shirt for the 20th show. Every show we do will have its own shirt, so these are going to be limited edition. If you weren't there, but you want people to think you were there because, listen, this is going to be like the Woodstock of Gettysburg podcast live events. And so everybody's going to want to say they were there, and they're going to pull the old joke, well, I was at the Address of Gettysburg Today show at the Farnsworth House in August, or so they tell me. Because, all the Woodstock people say that because they were too messed up to remember. Okay. But
what is happening here?
With what?
But
Whatever's going on over there.
The conversation?
Yeah.
not at all.
We're just talking about, did you ever meet somebody who says they were at Woodstock and then you go, okay, so this is a common thing. If you ever meet someone who says they're at Woodstock, make sure you follow up with, oh, were you? And then they're waiting for you to say that. And then they're going to say something to the effect of, or so I was told, or so they tell me, something like that, to say that they were so zonked that they can't remember.
Wow, that's lame.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's super lame.
Well,
but you know what? It makes them feel good.
Well, cool story.
Matt, those are great shirts. Also, it marks out who we can write out on a rail when everything goes horribly, horribly wrong. So yeah, there you go.
That's right. That's right. I'll be wearing a red shirt. But no, and the other thing is, the show's shirts actually say, underneath here, it finishes off it. Underneath it says with Tim Smith and Gary Edelman, and it's going to be a different color. So you'll have a unique shirt. It won't be just like us.
In all fairness, it's going to be a great show.
I hope so.
A fun time out there.
Yeah, it will be fun. This week I'm gonna start pulling clips for the game show. Unfortunately, Buzzer Boy Cam Mallow will not be here to
defending his title
to try to to reclaim
the Buzzer Boy title,
any kind of a victory. And he so no, that'll be good. Gary and Tim will be there. If you're gonna volunteer, I guess, to be a contestant on the game show, first place gets a Devil's Den book signed by Gary Edelman and Tim Smith. So you don't have to have your own Devil's Den book. You could, but now you're going to get a brand spanking new signed copy from Gary and Tim, and you can just put that, in a glass case or something like that so it doesn't get ruined, and continue to read from the book that you already have, if that's the case. So there you go. And then second and third consolation prizes will be figured out within the course of the week. So
I'd hope so.
Yeah. How about you, Mike? How are you doing? Are you well? I know you had a few things bothering you or ailing you.
Yeah.
What's new with you?
Remarkably, not much. I got done with my antibiotic treatment for my infection, so nothing much going on there. So that's all healed up.
Good.
Kidney stone passed, which was not pleasant, but got the job
you didn't
done.
have it like busted up. You had to pass it.
Oh yeah, straight up. Oof, oof, man, I tell you.
Did you hear it like clink?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
It is. Ooh, it's rough. Yeah, it's rough.
How big was it? Did you see it?
Look, it always seems like it's the size of like a devil's
walnut or
boulder
something.
going through, your
urethra.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like this little piece of like rice or something. It's not big.
But would you say it's the size of a grain of rice?
Yeah, it's not that.
That sounds big though.
And it's also kind of, it's not smooth either. It's got little jagged things in it, so it's just ripping its way as it's going down.
Did you bleed?
Oh yeah, you bet I did. Nothing like staring at that at midnight and going, oh, that shouldn't be there. That blood shouldn't be in the toilet. That's not good.
I had a
You're
kidney
not
stone.
supposed to have blood in the toilet?
No, Eric, you might want to talk to your doctor. I had a kidney stone about 12 years ago or so, and the pain beforehand, like I didn't know what it was. You know what, this is funny how like or at least my stupid mind works. I had a bag of almonds that I was eating, and later that night I felt
no.
What?
Is this really going where it's going?
I don't know.
Go ahead, continue.
Okay. Later that night, I felt this like sharp pain, and it felt like it was traveling slowly through my abdomen, lower abdomen.
Right.
And the next morning, I woke up, and it had moved to another spot. So I assumed it was like a sliver of an almond just scratching my intestines or something.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say you thought you were pissing an almond.
No. I know.
Oh
how
my
the body-
God! Like I knew the public education system in New Jersey was pretty shit, but I didn't know it was that.
That would have been the Catholic education
Holy
system.
Christ.
No. I know enough about anatomy to know that that's not how that works. Although I did learn yesterday that your urine comes, most of it comes from your blood. I didn't know that. I thought that was just whatever we swallowed. It came out, but anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
So, yeah, and that's what I thought it was at first. But then it like a day went by and it moved, but it was still there. And I'm like, okay, this isn't an almond,
Right.
right? And my friend's wife at the time was a doctor, and I went to her and I was like, what do you think this is? You know, I told her about it, and she goes, sounds like a kidney stone to me. Because I described it as a miniature man inside my innards with a miniature knife trying to cut his way out, because that's the way it felt. And she's like, no, that sounds like a what do you call it, kidney stone. So I said, oh, okay. So she's like, here's what you do. And this was told me by a urologist. And I said, okay. And she goes, you go home, get a 6-pack of beer, drink as many of them as you can in an hour. She's like, don't get bombed. Just drink 2 or 3 in an hour. And she's like, the alcohol is going to relax your muscles, and the everything else is going to make you pee a lot, and that should flush it out. If it's too big, that won't work, and then you're going to have to go to a doctor. And I went home and I did it, and the next day it was gone. So mine wasn't very big, and I didn't even notice passing it.
In this case, for me, it started off as a little pain in the back here,
Yeah.
a little bit on the abdomen as well.
Oh no, you're right. It's
A little nausea as well, what they call renal colic. And I'm going, okay, all right, whatever. And then it's like for about 6 straight hours, it was just like, good God, just kill me right now. Lying in bed there going, oh, because you can't adjust. You can't move your body to relieve the pain.
No.
Because it's internal.
Yep.
So you're just there, just going, all right, and you're just downing that water. Plus, you're dealing with the nausea, so you can't just gulp the water, because otherwise your stomach's going to reject it. So
Right.
you're just sipping water, and you're just trying to consume as much as you can to keep moving that through, and it's rough.
It is. It is. It's not fun. A friend of mine back home had one once, and I think he said that they had to go and. Oh no, that was somebody else. He passed his, but like he said it was about the size of a grain of rice, like you said, and he said it was the worst pain that he ever had to go through.
It's not fun.
No.
So here's a recommendation, folks. 1, stay hydrated.
Yeah.
That will prevent this from happening. 2, try to stay away from red meats, fatty meats, things like that. That tends to exacerbate the situation.
How about tea? I've heard tea. If you drink a lot of tea.
Tea does that as well.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's one of the cases. For me, what helps prevent it is 1, being hydrated, and 2, drinking lemonade helps that.
Okay.
For whatever reason, for my body. But this time I just got too dehydrated over a course of a couple of weeks, and then it just let loose. That was it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's. I'm starting to learn as I get older that being hydrated is actually important. I never thought about it before. Like it was never a thing.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you know, I know it's a thing. You need water, but like I wasn't running around all day thinking, oh, I got to. But now I got this goofy thing.
Yeah.
This giant thing of water, and it tells you, you know, different times of day, and you know when you're supposed to drink down. So I try to suck on that all day, but it's like, you know, then you pee a lot.
Yes, you do.
Well, who wants that? Every 5 minutes, I got to get up and pee. You know. And
well, it's better than the alternative. I can tell you about the alternative.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
No, I do want to
yeah.
keep everything hydrated, and
Yeah.
supposedly you lose weight, but I haven't noticed
And
that.
you know, here at Gettysburg, we have our own, you know, stay hydrated PSA.
Yes,
You know, don't be the 15th Alabama.
that's right.
Stay hydrated.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't be the 15th Alabama. Bring water from the slammer. They're not great with
No,
you know,
rhyming on that.
rhyming, but they're good at rhyming, but they're not good at making any sense. You know. So yeah. So okay. So good. So that has cleared up for you. What else?
Yeah, so overall, things are going well. I've been doing a few more tours out there at Brandy Station. Have to mention that.
Yeah.
That's been great. That's been going well.
We're gonna do the 160th anniversary of Brandy Station episode from Brandy Station, but we're recording it in early September.
Right.
And then we're going to. I'm just going to hold on to it until next year because probably, who knows, next year there might not be time to do it in time, and
Because you're ramping up to the 160th for Gettysburg.
Exactly. So might as well get it out of the way now while the iron is hot. So you're going to be there for that, right?
I'll be there for that.
I'm going to have you on the show, and Chris Army is going to be there, and Tracy Bear, and Tracy mentioned one or two other people whose names I'm not familiar with, but
Okay.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be a full house out in the middle of a field.
Yeah, well, that's Brandy Station.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. But you like it. So how many tours have you given so far? Sorry, Eric.
right now, I think maybe 3 or 4 at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you liking it?
I'm absolutely loving it
Yeah.
out there.
How long of a drive is it? 2 hours?
About 2 hours.
That's not bad.
The real fun stuff is exploring Culpeper County.
Yeah.
It's layers upon layers of Civil War history.
Oh, yeah.
62 through 64.
Yeah.
There's a lot out there.
Oh, sure.
And so, going down to Kelly's Ford and things like that. And
How's she doing?
well, she's doing well.
Great,
I mean,
great.
she's
Still driving that Ford, huh?
She's a little low at the moment, but otherwise she's hanging in there. She's doing
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Good.
She's driving that Ford. That Ford is looking robust. It's working right along.
Do people tip well down there? Or do you discourage tips?
They tip. Yeah,
tip.
they tip well.
Yeah.
If you like your ride, tip the guide.
Right.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
You like to say that.
I love saying that.
Yeah. So
Just because it rhymes.
That's. I mean, especially when you do like a bus tour, that's one of the fun things too.
Well, there it makes more sense because I say it
Yeah,
at the end
bus
of
tour
the Get Out of the Car tours. And then the Get Out of the Car tours, we're walking. So there really wasn't a ride. But if I say if you liked your walk, tip your guide, it makes no sense. So I have to poetic license,
And it's fun. It's fun just showing people that battlefield because not many people know about it. The battle overall, it's like a throwaway line in a Ken Burns documentary series.
Right.
And so getting to dive into that a little bit deeper with them and to show them those places. I mean, if you go up on Buford's Knoll, which is a part of the battlefield, you can actually see lunettes that were built by Confederates, the Washington Artillery,
Oh, yeah?
in 1862, covering Beverly's Ford.
Oh, that's
and Horse
cool.
there on the
Oh, wow,
Rappahannock.
nice.
So you can see that layer upon layer of history that's there in Culpeper County. And certainly it's really an interesting place to see that because not too far away is Battle of Rappahannock Station. Say that 10 times fast.
Can't even say that once
yeah.
fast.
And of course, not too far away, they just had their 160th is Cedar Mountain. And I'd been down there before and went down there after giving my tour here this last weekend. And Cedar Mountain, because you've done the Take Command Second Manassas game, right?
Yeah.
That's where I was introduced to that battle. And to actually walk the ground,
Yeah.
it was surreal.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, whoa, hold on.
You have images in your head of the screen.
Of the screen, right. And I'm out here, and it's just like a big open plain. It's really an interesting place.
Hey, real quick.
Yes, Eric.
So for anybody watching this on YouTube, if you would kindly refrain from reporting the porn spam messages, because that report, if we get enough of them, can count against our channel. I assure you that I am monitoring the comments, and I will delete them shortly. But please, if you would refrain from tattling on us to Big Brother, that'd be much appreciated.
Yes. I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you get enough of them on your channel, like enough accounts being reported, it'll start bumping you further and further and further down the algorithm, so that you don't get seen by anybody. Because clearly, you're doing something wrong on your channel to attract these things.
So like, subscribe, and be sure to click that notification bell because we might get, what do they call that, shadow banned eventually if these people keep doing this stuff. Now, what could we have said that triggered those links in this episode?
No, they just show up. Every time we do one of these.
It's just spamming out. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That happens every time.
Wow.
And some other guest for the show news.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Darren from Civil War Breakfast Club. His team that he's a general manager for, the Bourne Braves, just won the Cape Cod League.
What?
Yeah. The Cape Cod League is a summer league for college baseball players to play in.
Okay.
And so he's a general manager of the Bourne Braves. And that team just won the championship for the Cape Cod League.
Very nice.
Congratulations to Darren and the Bourne Braves.
Yes, very good. Congratulations, Darren. I'm not really into sports, so that's why the first time I was like, what? I had no idea what you said, but now that's good.
Yeah, for baseball people, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
For everyone else,
it's like
what? And are we getting cod for dinner? I mean, but okay, but
they have baseball in Cape Cod. It seems beneath them up there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that they would. Maybe cricket.
Ooh.
Cricket or croquet.
They're playing rounders on the green.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll come back. Our guest today is Chris Loperfido. Well, we'll figure out how to pronounce it when he comes here and says it right for the 40th time to my ear. And he's got a special guest with him. We're going to talk to him about his book, Death, Disease, and Life at War. And take your calls if you want to call in. Call in, okay? We'll be right back.
Have something to add to the conversation? Give us a call at 717-420-1978 and get in the queue.
Very family friendly. We had a wonderful time with our son.
Me and my friends were able to rent these bikes and go at our own pace, so we were able to just do what we wanted to do when we wanted to do it, and I highly recommend it to anybody else.
Seemed like the right way to go to view the wonderful sights and also get an incredible amount of history from Bob.
Our tour guide Bruce was so knowledgeable about the facts and the history of these battlefields that I came away with an understanding that was unmatched by any other means.
The breeze on the battlefield made up for the hot day.
I had a wonderful time, great trip, lots of history, wonderful bike ride, perfect weather. Could have asked for a nicer day. Highly recommend it.
If you're gonna tour Gettysburg, I would recommend doing it on the bike. It's a lot of fun.
I loved it. It was awesome.
We really couldn't stump the professor with any of our questions, so we thought it was really well worth it.
It was an excellent day out and got you outside and experienced the weather. Beautiful weather out here today.
We had a lot of fun. If you're thinking about it, I'd just say give it a shot. It was awesome for us. I hope it's awesome for you guys too.
Go to gettysbike.com or call 717-752-7752 to book a battlefield experience you will never forget.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going, but one way we haven't pushed too much is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. That's a shame because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or you sip from your mug. So head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. It's the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop.
Have you noticed our revamped website at addressinggettysburg.com? Well, that's the fine work of a man named Mike Stretch, and he also redid our logo for us. Both of them I originally designed, and both of them were originally horrible, but now they're nice, and that's all thanks to Mike. Mike has an awesome t-shirt company called Heritage Depot. There you'll find great designs based on Gettysburg and the Civil War with t-shirts and other types of merchandise. So go to heritage-depot.com and spruce up your Gettys Nerd wardrobe. That's heritage-depot.com. All our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used. And online, they have even more to choose from. And if the Civil War isn't your thing, that's not a problem. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books. It's astounding how many thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more they have in their store. And that's because, well, they have a warehouse too. And that's where they keep all the books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs. And if you prefer to stop by when you're in town, well, you could do that too. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com, stop by 42 York Street, or you can call them at 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
From the patriots of Bunker Hill to those who embarked upon the Great Crusade at Normandy. From the blue-clad Federals at Gettysburg who gave the last full measure of devotion to the many thousands who did the same at places like Belleau Wood, Chosin, Ia Drang, and Fallujah. The American warrior is the greatest warrior the world has ever known, who, through sacrifice and dedication to the nation they served, have composed a history worthy of being remembered. Join me, Colby Sumner, to hear their story and to connect our current and future American warriors to those of our past on America, Fog of War.
You're listening to Address.
Glad you stuck around. We're back. Here's Matt.
All right. So we're back. Mike, I just want to point out before we get to our guests, your bowler hat here.
Yeah.
I love it. Very Churchillian of you.
I like it. Yeah.
You got it from Dirty Billy's, I assume.
I did.
Yes, because, I mean, who else makes a quality bowler?
Right.
Nobody.
Nobody does.
Dirty Billy's the only one that does that. Looks good, and thank you for putting it on over your headphones. I mean, it's you, man, right? It's you.
It gets me, yeah.
Yeah. If you came in with
styles?
the Buford hat or the Longstreet hat, I don't think it would be.
It wouldn't fit me just right.
Yeah,
but
that's
this,
you.
Yes, I got like a Fatty Arbuckle thing going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Our guest today with us is Christopher. How do you say it?
Loperfido.
Loperfido, author of Death, Disease, and Life at War. You've heard me talk about this before on the show. If you've been with us for a long time, you might have heard his interview. If you're a patron, again, a long time. It goes way back. And Chris was the first person I interviewed for Addressing Gettysburg. And we did it out on the battlefield, right by the right on the Bryan farm there, under the shade of an apple tree or whatever the hell those trees are that grow in that orchard there. And welcome, Chris. And he's got a little buddy with him today. Who's this?
Vinny.
Vinny! Vinny, what's your last name?
Loperfido.
Oh, you say it pretty easily. That's pretty cool. Vinny, over here. I'm over here. Okay, ready? Look at me. Pay attention. Okay, so Vinny, who is Chris to you?
My dad.
He's your dad. Okay. And how old are you?
6.
6 years old. When's your birthday?
July 30th.
40th?
30th.
Oh, 30th. Okay, so you just turned 6 a couple weeks ago. Did you get anything good for your birthday? What? You don't even remember, yeah, do you? You get so much stuff you can't remember what you get. Is that right? Oh, you got Hot Wheels?
Big Hot Wheel guy.
I used to love Hot Wheels. I had all the cities and all the car wash and all the different Matchbox and Hot Wheels. Like I didn't care which one, right? I liked them both. And some of them had, one had better things than the other, and you get those and everything like that. But I had a lot of fun with those. Me and my friend, we had like a whole bunch of them, and we would just, yeah, that's fun. All right, what else did you get?
Some shirts.
Shirts?
Oh, very nice.
Gotta have the clothes,
You
right?
gotta get clothes.
You gotta
yeah.
do that, yes.
I got a shirt that said Hot Wheels.
Oh, a Hot Wheels
Oh.
shirt. Let me ask you a question. When you're a kid, your age, 6 years old, and you get birthday, Christmas, whatever it is, and you open a present and there's shirts or clothes, any kind of clothes in there. Is it kind of a letdown?
No.
Because when I was, you're a good boy then. Because when I was a kid, I would go, oh, thank you, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this sweater? I don't wear sweaters, you know. But you don't mind that. You like clothes.
Takes like a champ.
Yeah, you take it like a champ. Yeah, good. That's good for you. And so you're going to be starting school soon, I'm assuming, right? What grade are you going into? First, the big one. Are you nervous? You scared? You excited? What?
Kind of excited.
Kind of excited. It's going to be exciting. In first grade, you learn things like, I don't even remember, but they're in here somewhere. Letters, you already know those because you're in kindergarten, right? And they teach you letters and things like that, right? Do you know how to read words yet? Do they teach you that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can read?
Pretty proficient, yeah.
They didn't teach us to read until 5th grade in Catholic school. So you, okay, so you're going to learn all that stuff. Oh, who knows what you're going to learn? It's totally different. I was in first grade 62 years ago. So it's a different world, you know? Yeah. You got the hiccups? You need water or something? No? Okay. Tell us this is your first time to Gettysburg. You just got here today, so you didn't get to see much of it, but are you having fun so far? You got to speak because this is an audio. People listen. Yeah. And do, well, go ahead.
Tell them where you went for lunch.
Where'd you go for lunch?
Diamond House.
Oh, what'd you have?
Oh.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese, okay.
Oh,
I was going to
good
guess
choice.
chicken tenders.
That's a good choice
yeah.
right there.
What's your favorite food?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Yeah, cheeseburgers are good. There's a couple of good places in this town that have good cheeseburgers. We'll talk afterwards. I'll let you know.
The kid actually passed on dessert for Mr. G's, though. He's holding out for me.
Yeah.
all
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
We'll
So you
if
got a
those get
plan.
called or not, but hey,
Yeah.
You know what? That was his decision.
you've got a strategy here with your eating. You're not just eating. You're thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, I like that. What do you do when you're home and you play with your dad? What do you do?
Sometimes play with my Hot Wheels.
Uh-huh. And does he follow the rules well?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. Does he make up his own rules?
No.
No. Okay, so he pretty much respects whatever game you want to play the way you want to play it. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's what dads do. Right?
Yeah.
And who do you have any brothers or sisters? What? How many?
Only one.
Only one.
One what?
One. Do you have a brother or sister?
One brother and sister.
Oh, so you got two siblings. That's the other word for it. One's a brother, one's a sister. Are you the oldest?
Yes.
Yeah, you're the big one. Okay. And are you a good big brother?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't pick on them?
No.
How old are they?
My sister is 2 and my brother is 1.
Oh, they're small.
They're tiny.
Yeah. And do you hold your brother that's 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like actually pick him up, or do they sit you down on a couch or something so if he falls, he doesn't fall far?
Yeah, I sometimes put him on my lap.
Yeah. They don't trust you enough to hold him.
Not really.
Yeah. Then that's fine. That's good. They're taking care of him. That's what they do. Who's your favorite?
Both of them.
Both of them. Good answer.
Good answer.
Good boy. Your dad's sitting there pinching your side, making sure you say both, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. All right, Vinny. Thank you very much for talking to me. I'm going to let you go back to playing your game. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you're a big star back home. You're welcome. That's Vinny, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Chris, how you been?
Good. What's up, Matt?
Not much. Oh, absolutely. Thanks for coming by. What was it? 3, 4, it was 2018 is when we did that interview.
Yep, July.
July of 2018. And we sat out there and talked about your book. How has this book, because since then I've seen that you've done speaking engagements around the world, or maybe the country, supporting the book, and how are people receiving it?
I guess pretty well. I've done a few speaking engagements in Washington State when I was living out there. I flew in 2018 from Washington. I was living out there at the time. Did some more book signings here. I did one in 2020 when I was here last time.
Right.
September of 2020. And then doing one again tomorrow. So.
Yeah, so you're doing the Savis Beatty author signing or book signing thing over at the Heritage Center at 5 o'clock, right?
Correct. Yep, 5 o'clock.
And you've done these before, though, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not the Savis Beatty one.
But you've done book signings.
Yeah, just on my own here at the Heritage Center.
Eric and I were talking before the show that we're going to see if maybe Larry over at For the Historian will let us sign books. Just any book.
Sure.
Whatever you
can
buy.
Sign mine. You can sign mine.
If people buy the book, we'll...
I was actually going to stop in, so if you want to go with me, you can sign it.
Okay,
How about that?
that'll be good. We'll just we'll go into the used book section, I think, and we'll just randomly just sign books, and then people will buy books signed by us, and people would be confused.
Hey, you know what? Just try it.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We gave away a book as a prize last year, I think it was, and all of us signed it, and none of us wrote it. So, it's just, but because it was a gift. All right, so are you planning on doing any other books?
No.
Ever?
Life is too crazy for that, unfortunately, right now.
Do you ever fantasize someday when this all calms down, I would like to write another book?
I've thought about it. I've kind of floated around the idea of doing some on Camp Letterman, but
yeah, well, that would be good.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's enough there to actually
I don't know.
Make a big book.
What do you think,
I don't
Mike?
know.
There might be. Yeah, certainly. With all the records they have. Absolutely.
So, other than that, no.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about it.
What would you, other than Camp Letterman, do you have a list of things you would like to write about or anything like that?
No.
You don't fancy yourself an officer or an author?
You know what? I do so much writing at work right now that
you're sick of it.
The farthest thing on my mind is writing another book.
Yeah, I understand that. I hear you. I hear you on that. But in the meantime, this is a very interesting book, though. It's the Civil War Letters of Surgeon James D. Benton of the 111th and 98th New York Infantry. From 62 to 65, these letters come from.
Yep, correct.
And it's pretty interesting. I remember there's a part in there where he's writing home from Camp. Oh, what the hell was the name?
Camp Douglas.
Douglas,
Yep.
thank you.
Camp Douglas.
Camp Douglas as a POW.
Yep.
But it's a Union camp.
Yep.
Run by the Union. What was that about?
They were after they got.
Oh, Viddy, what did you do?
Dropping the cell phone. Yeah, so after they, were captured at Harper's Ferry, they were sent to Camp Douglas.
Right.
Just awaiting their
He's
exchange.
with the 111th at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they had basically just got mustered in. Mustered in August of '62. Were sent to Harper's Ferry. They didn't really think anything was going to happen, and then
things happened.
Oops. And,
Yeah.
So yeah, they weren't really prepared for it, to say the least.
So go ahead.
So the question here is this. Especially parole camp. This is not your regular winter encampment. You're stuck there outside of Chicago waiting to get the word that you've been exchanged.
Yep.
What kind of situations was he facing as far as the men, as far as morale and disease concerned in that?
Well, morale, I think, was pretty much in the shitter. There's a lot of letters where guys just write about how miserable it is. Obviously, the Chicago winter, nobody wants to be a part of that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially back in 1862.
That does not sound fun.
No, it doesn't. Rat infested, lack of food, disease running rampant. Those guys.
Yeah, but
couldn't
what
wait.
was it like in the 1860s?
Well played, yeah. No, it was actually probably improved in 1860s.
We're not asking what your recent trip to Chicago was. With all due respect. No, but so go ahead. Yeah, so you're saying.
Yeah, that's basically it. The guys couldn't wait to actually get out of there and get back to regular camp life, I guess, as sad as that is to say. But
yeah. I wonder, and maybe you don't know much about this question that I'm going to ask you, because you don't really go into it in the book, but in that situation, are they treated like the Rebs that are there, or?
No, I don't think so. I mean, they're allowed to kind of, do their drills and stuff like that. Basically kind of regular Army type stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think, I mean, do you have any
Yeah,
insight into that?
basically they're not heavily guarded, but you're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Right. They can't leave.
They can't leave,
Yeah.
but there are desertions going on at the time, because again, as they're there in the encampment, they're starting to get these reports coming back from home that says, well, what happened to Harper's Ferry? They're calling you cowards, that type of thing. The investigation that's going on is throwing them completely under the bus, and they're there in Camp Douglas, and they can't answer those accusations.
Right.
So they're just taking it, and it's not a great place to be. It's winter in Chicago. You're being called a coward, and you can't answer it. So, of course their morale's completely in the tank.
Sure. When do they get released?
Man, you're making me shake off the cobwebs here. I think we were talking earlier that I haven't looked at the book.
Well, that's all right. But roughly, when do they get released?
I think it was the following summer, right?
Yeah, it was actually early winter of '63, so about
63, yeah.
January.
All right. And so then they're back in the
January, February.
Yeah.
What, Eric?
It was early.
Oh, no. You're good. Carry on.
Okay. So they're back in the swing of things by the time Gettysburg happens.
Yep.
And they, I would say, perform rather well here. They hold their own, don't they?
They do.
They're in Willard's brigade.
Yep.
So they go and stop Barksdale's charge, and then they go up to the Bryan farm, and then they get to be there for Pickett's charge.
They do, yeah. They faced a little bit of action here in Gettysburg and finally shook off that Harper's Ferry cowards.
Yeah. And then they were called the Gettysburg Heroes. No, that's not true.
I think one of the things that happens here is that they get overshadowed by the 1st Minnesota. And in fact, they come to the aid of the 1st Minnesota.
Right.
Yep.
And that's the part of the story that doesn't get told, because we like the heroic story of this valiant charge, one regiment against a brigade.
Just want to picture them out there all alone.
Yeah. And so what happens if you look at the accounts, especially Wilcox and what he's writing, is that they perceive this fresh group of Union soldiers attacking them in the thicket. And Wilcox is saying, I feel threatened, so I thought my command was going to be destroyed. I'm not supported on either side, so I ordered the withdrawal. One of the things that happens here is that fresh group of soldiers is not the 1st Minnesota alone. It's also the 111th New York coming in on the side and offering a flank fire that's going to go into the 10th Alabama. So, So the 111th New York does some work here. In a lot of ways. And again, the whole Willard's Brigade gets overshadowed by what happens with the 1st Minnesota. And if you ask the people who love the 1st Minnesota, they think the 1st Minnesota is overshadowed by the 20th Maine right now. So
yes, that's true. Tim always says that.
Russian nesting doll of being overlooked.
Overshadowing, yeah. And then, of course, the monument to the 111th, here, let me take this picture off, because that's to the 111th New York, is our logo.
It's a damn good looking logo, if I do say myself.
It is. That's Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot that did that. All right, Chris. Well, so tomorrow, 5 o'clock, you're going to do this book signing. So if you're here, ladies and gentlemen, in town, make sure you go over to the Heritage Center, 5 o'clock. Meet Chris. Say, I loved you on the show. Oh, you'll get to meet Vinny, right,
That's
Vinny?
right.
You
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Well, Vinny, come over to the microphone here. Get back on your dad's lap here, and let's talk a little bit more. If people come up to you tomorrow at your dad's book signing, and they want you to sign the book, would you sign the book too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And are you willing to take pictures with fans or something? If people want a picture of you and your dad?
$1 a photo.
Well,
Maybe.
$1
do
a photo.
you charge $1 a photo?
Oh, solid. That's a solid, that's
You
a solid
should.
business right
You
there.
should if you don't. I charge $25 a photo, but nobody ever takes me up on it. But I if anybody ever asked, that's what it would be. So you should do that.
Okay.
$1 seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. You sound so excited. What is the game that you're playing over there on the phone?
It's not a game.
Oh, what is it?
It's just a show.
Oh, you're watching a show? You're watching another show? Not our
You're
show?
watching this show.
Oh, you're watching our show.
You're on TV.
Why are you watching our show?
Famous. They have 1 million downloads.
1 million?
You got to say congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Congratulations.
I'll wait.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. What was the big kerplunk that we heard over there? Did you drop something?
Yes.
It was funny because I heard the big kerplunk and I looked over and he goes, like he makes a face like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. And it's okay. You didn't need to worry about that. It's just a little kerplunk, and that just tells the listener that there's real life going on while the show is going on. That's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. It's all right. All right. Don't feel sorry. No. Don't apologize. It's okay. Don't cry. Don't be upset. He doesn't understand what I'm doing. Hey, Vinny, it was very nice to meet you, and it was very nice to have you on the show. And I hope people come and say hi to you tomorrow, and you sign their books. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome, Chris. Thank you as well.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And just, hang around if you want, and we'll finish up the show here in a little bit. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to take another break and come back, and we're going to, well, I don't know. Veronica's not here, so we don't have any news. So we're just going to wrap up the show, basically, I guess, with a little extra small talk. Your calls, if you call in. The number is, 717-420-1978. Give us a call. Don't forget, next week is... What is it?
It's
the tour.
The show
the tour
Friday.
is what?
It's Rhodes' division.
Rhodes Division for the Get Out of the Car tour. So join us for that if you're not joining us for the show. All right, we'll be right back.
Get up and stretch. Blood clots are deadly. We'll be back.
Our friends at the Association of Licensed Battlefield Guides want to see you at their 2022 Fall Seminar on September 23rd through 25th. This year's topic is Hancock's Second Corps at Gettysburg, with a full weekend of education and social activities devoted to General Hancock and his Corps. The Licensed Battlefield Guides have some superb Second Corps-themed battlefield tours lined up for you, including Attack of the Irish Brigade, Caldwell Strikes the Wheat Field, and more. On top of that, there will be a Friday night speaker and dinner at the Dobbin House, Saturday night cigars at the Rupp House, maps, and other extras. And if that wasn't good enough, how about this? Special hotel room rates are available for you at the 1863 Inn of Gettysburg, but you gotta make sure that you reserve a room before August 9th. Register for the tours on the ALBG website at gettysburgtourguides.org/ALBG seminar. Those dates again are September 23rd through 25th. Come and learn about Hancock and the Second Corps with your favorite licensed battlefield guides and fellow Gettys nerds. We hope to see you there.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going, but one way we haven't pushed too much is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. That's a shame because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or you sip from your mug. So head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. It's the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop.
Gettysburg, a Nation Divided mobile app, is relaunching this summer. Gettysburg, a Nation Divided is an award-winning mixed reality mobile application using augmented reality technology. It transports users into the most crucial moments in the Battle of Gettysburg, the turning point of the Civil War. Users can listen and watch historic figures share their stories as lifelike animated avatars, traverse 360-degree image sequences of the battlefield. Its cinematic battle sequences are narrated by actor Scott Eastwood. The mobile app is available for free on iOS and Android. It's designed to be used anywhere, at home, at school, at the park, or at Gettysburg National Military Park. It uses GPS to help guide you through your journey to see the stories and events unfold at the exact location where they occurred. So go into your phone's app store and get it now for free. That's Gettysburg, a Nation Divided.
Need a Corps badge or other insignia for your uniform? Then check out the Badge Maker. Here's what some of his satisfied customers had to say. Miranda said, "I ordered an identification disc from Joe and it's fantastic. He hand stamped it exactly as I wanted. It has a great rough on-campaign feel to it and was reasonably priced to boot." Greg said, "My unit has purchased from him in the past. Quality badges and good service." And Jerry S. says, "The Badge Maker is the go-to place for accurate replica Civil War badges. Visit CivilWarCorpsBadges.com and attach a message with your order saying you heard about him on Addressing Gettysburg."
The Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, Gettysburg's premier museum, is housed in the historic Lutheran Seminary building constructed in 1832, a witness to the first day of battle. The museum's 3 floors of exhibits connect visitors to the dilemmas that led to the Civil War, provide a powerful and personal view of the battle's first day, and explore one of the battlefield's largest hospitals. trails. No visit to the Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center is complete without a guided tour of the building's famous cupola, where on the eve of battle, officers and civilians saw thousands of Confederate soldiers' campfires burning to the west, and Brigadier General John Buford watched for vital federal reinforcements as fighting erupted on July 1st. Today, you can stand where Buford stood and delivered the line,
"There's a devil to pay,"
and discover how this view helped chart the course of the Battle of Gettysburg. Trust me when I say, ladies and gentlemen, your trip to Gettysburg is not complete without a serious visit to the Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, Gettysburg's premier museum. Go to www.seminaryridgemuseum.org or find them at 111 Seminary Ridge, Gettysburg. The Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center. It all began here. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. Isn't it, Eric?
You're darn tootin', Matt.
It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used, and online they have even more books to choose from.
But Matthew, what if the Civil War is simply not my thing?
Not a problem, my fine four-fendered friend. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books.
It's astounding how they squeeze thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more into their store.
And it's also astounding how you and I both squeeze into our pants every day. Well, handsome, they have a warehouse too, and that's where they keep all those books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs.
What if I prefer to browse in the store and don't want to go online to get my book?
Great question, Doodlebug. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com, stop by 42 York Street, or call 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
This special episode of Addressing Gettysburg is brought to you in part by me, audiobook narrator Mike Scott, narrator of Savas Beatty's Bloody Autumn, the Shenandoah Valley Campaign of 1864, and Unlike Anything That Ever Floated, the Monitor and Virginia and the Battle of Hampton Roads. If you are an author or publisher interested in having your titles produced as audiobooks, or even just in learning more about the process, give me a shout. You can find my contact info on my website, MikeScottVoice.com. That's MikeScottVoice.com. Hey, historian, author, and licensed battlefield guide Tim Smith. Matt gave me a full minute, so let me ask you an important question. Isn't it about time that John Burns' Hero of Gettysburg became an audiobook? Sickles has an audiobook. You know Jenny Wade is going to deserve an audiobook. Let's give John a shot. Get in touch, Tim. That's MikeScottVoice.com. I'm Mike Scott, your voice of history.
And Civil War Trails. It's the world's largest open-air museum, and they offer over 1,300 sites across 6 states. Drive the Gettysburg campaign turn by turn, paddle to Frederick Douglass's birthplace, or hike to remote earthworks and artillery positions. Visit civilwartrails.org to request a brochure and explore their interactive map. Follow Civil War Trails and create some history of your own.
You're listening to the Addressing Gettysburg podcast with Matt Cowlery.
Okay.
Is that a ghost? Nah, ghosts aren't real. You're back with Addressing Gettysburg today. Here's Matt.
Sorry, huevos. Didn't mean to step on your huevos there, huevos grande. We're back now, and before we get to listener emails, I forgot I have those. Chris, during the break, signed the book here. Thanks for listening to Addressing Gettysburg, and there's his signature with the date and everything like that. And this is available for you to win if you'd like a copy of it. We'll give it away at any point during this show or a subsequent show where you call in and somehow tickle us in a way that makes us want to give you something. And then you can wait 6 months for me to actually put it in the mail. Okay, so that's what we'll do there. Let's go to some listener emails here. This was a very nice one that I received today. Hi, Matt. This is a bit random, but I felt prompted to message you. Not meant to be sappy, but it's a bit sappy. I've been listening to a lot of Addressing Gettysburg content this week as I drive to work and really everywhere else too. After listening to your interview with Mike from Civil War Tees that you re-released on the free feed, I thought, this is why I love Addressing Gettysburg. It's more than just encyclopedic knowledge we gain about Gettysburg, which is interesting but has its limits. It's the extra dimension and the color you give to what could be very two-dimensional and black and white. There's personality and relationship and juice. That's true. We do serve juice here. The juice maker is broken, but normally we do. It's fun. Just plain and simple fun. Mike was a great interview, but you do such a good job making it so. That episode of the show is not an outlier, but really illustrated well what you do time and time again. Anyways, thanks for continuing to do what you do. You're really good at it, and I really appreciate the friends I've made and how much fun I have in the midst of all the learning. That's because of you. Just thought that on a random Friday in August, I'd share that with you, Mark B. Well, thank you very much for that, Mark.
Very nice.
It is not, I must be a little humble here. It's not all because of me. I mean, of course, you've got Eric, the producer. Ronnie Ronstadt helps. Mike, there's a lot of people around who help me do what I do, and but I get what you're saying. I'm awesome. Hi, Matt. I'm a regular listener. I have visited 3 or 4 times. Just stumbled across the podcast. What made me want to join, this is Patreon, of course, was the Sickles episode, but it took this long for me to figure out how to do it. S.A. Clark. Thank you very much, S.A. S.A. Thank you, S.A. Hi, Matt. I was on YouTube looking for Civil War podcasts and came across your channel. I started listening to the 4-part Gettysburg anniversary shows and thought it was great. I then started listening to your narrative episode From Antietam to Gettysburg on Spotify, which is also wonderful. I feel the content you put out is extremely important and very well done. I wanted to do a small part in helping you continue to produce such wonderful work on my favorite historical topic, the American Civil War. Appreciate all you do and looking forward to exploring more of your episodes. Thank you very kindly for all of that kindness. Thank you. Yeah, what a great audience, though. Right, Mike? I mean, you go to all of our Get Out of the Car tours for the most part. I think you only missed like 1 or 2, but you had some work or something like that.
Yeah.
And everybody there is nice, right?
Oh, it's a great little community. It really is. And they all rally around you and what you've produced here. And it's really fun for all of us to get together and to really share this love and this passion of this place through the vehicle of Addressing Gettysburg.
And I think what makes it so possible to do that is our very strict no politics rule, right? Nobody can talk about politics unless it's 1860s politics. Mm-hmm. But and I know that we have a wide mix of people politically that come to these things.
Right.
And not once so far, knock wood, have we ever gotten a situation where people start getting into fisticuffs or raised voices over something political today?
Or 1913 reunion knife fights.
Yeah, or that like old-fashioned way of boxing where they No, it's very civil. Everybody's fun, and I see a lot of friendships forming at these things, and then I go on Facebook and I see them interacting in comment sections, and they're clearly friends outside of here now. I could tell like from their conversation what they're referring to in the comments. It has nothing to do with anything we've ever done. It's they're now in touch on the side.
Absolutely, and that's one of the great things. Every one of the Get Out of the Car tours is like a mini reunion every single month.
Yeah,
because we all get back together. Yeah. And these, even people who haven't shown up to the Get Out of the Car tours but are commenting in the comments, and they say to show up for the first time, it's like, oh, you're that. Well, it's great to see you. Welcome, and
everybody's very welcoming.
It's fantastic,
and it's nice too. In April when we do that tour, everybody's all excited to be back out and about and doing it, and because of the long winter that we've just had, and it's good. It's a fun thing to do, and I'm very proud of it, and I'm very proud of all of the people that have helped with it. And I mean, Josh made that flag for us, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That's going to be, of course, there at the show on Sunday or Saturday next week. And so it is nice. It is nice. And so thank you all very much for all of that there. As for events coming up this weekend. The only one I know about is what we just talked about with Chris, and I think that's definitely worth. But you were mentioning a couple of other. There were some tours going on. What do you know what's going on?
Oh well, no, it's all related to that Savas Beatty thing going on there.
Do you have to have tickets for that?
You do. It's
You
about
could.
you'd
Okay.
had to sign up beforehand. I think it was like $25 a person, about $40 per couple.
Okay.
And it started off basically today with a handful of tours down at Antietam, and then tomorrow is really Gettysburg centric, and especially with the Q&A in the afternoon with the authors, and then the book signings, a few tours on the field tomorrow, and then of course on Sunday there's going to be a tour and something else going on as well. But it's a full weekend for the Savas Beatty crew out there.
Eric, are there any comments that you'd like to share from the comment section?
Am I supposed to be?
No, I just thought before we go, we'll see if anybody in the comment section has something to say.
Not recently.
Not
It's been a
recently.
while, yeah.
Anything good all along, or was it just small talk?
Just small talk.
All right, and then dirty links.
Oh, hang on. Did gun crews have the option to scuttle their cannons before they retreated and left them? Seems like you would try to ruin them before you just give them to the enemy. Yes.
Spiking the gun?
You spike the gun, whereby you take a literal spike or potentially a round file. You drive it into the vent with a hammer, and then you either bend it over or break it off to make the gun unusable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, now, of course, that could be repaired, but not right on the spot.
No, you have to drill that out.
Right.
Or if you're in a real hurry, you just take all the firing implements with you as you go run away.
Yeah,
so
like
they
if you
can't-
don't have time to do that, just take the stick that you put the cannonball into the gun with when you leave.
Yeah. Take whatever you can.
Yeah, just take
'Cause
everything.
if you can't put the cannonball into the cannon, can't shoot it.
That's a good point.
It's a mild inconvenience
Very
to
good
get
point.
a new one.
Or you could like stuff the powder bags and all in your jacket and stuff and run away with that. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello. I know because you missed Cam. I'm going to try this. Broderson. I probably screwed that up.
Hey, you know what? So does he.
Who is that, Estella?
This is Estella.
This is Estella, yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't worry about it, Estella. Cam screws it up all the time, too. There really is no proper way of saying it, but just for reference, here you go.
Otterspan, Broderson.
Okay, one more time.
Otterspan, Broderson.
It's like a drunken otters. So Otterspan, Broderson.
Otterspan, Broderson.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Otterspan, Broderson.
Yeah.
Otterspan, Broderson.
Yeah,
Otterspan, Broderson. I have a hard time with names sometimes.
So how are you doing, Estella?
I am doing fine. How are you?
Very good,
You guys
very good.
look good tonight.
I
good,
know.
Good. I wanted to let you know that you're talking about events for the weekend. There's also the Music Muster.
Oh, what's this? Tell us about
really?
this.
They're doing this year? All right, let's go.
What is it?
Let's
go ahead,
Yes.
Estella.
It's the Music Muster where there's different bands that they get in playing Civil War music, and they just sit out at the visitor center behind the building.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's quite a few of them who play at the Dobbin House.
Okay, yes, I remember this now. Yes. So that'll be nice then. So you
Yeah.
got like brass bands and fife and drum and all that thing, like the whole nine.
Right.
It's a mixture of, they have brass bands, but they
Exactly.
also have period piece bands that come in and play
Yeah.
the music from the era. Yes.
Strings, probably a couple of
Yeah.
banjos and guitars and everything.
So some of it's really melancholic music, but then you get the regular standard fare of Civil War songs.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine there was a good deal of melancholy music out there, but back in those days, because it was a miserable time for everybody.
A lot of material to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Now, you're coming out for the tour and the show on Saturday, am I right?
We are. We'll actually be getting in Wednesday, the week before the show, and we're hanging out until like Monday. It's going to be our vacation.
Oh, nice. Very
so
nice.
we've turned it into a vacation. Yes.
Now you come out. I think you come out. You've been out for all the tours this year, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
So you get many vacations.
Yeah, breaking all records.
Yeah.
We do. And enjoy all of them.
Did you hear the big news at the beginning of the show when we finally got the audio? Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
What was it?
That's fair. I don't remember what it was anymore either.
Yeah.
I only remember because I'm looking at it right now. What was it, Estella?
The T-shirt. I'm not sure.
See,
but
she doesn't even remember. No, Stella.
that is not even fair to challenge me.
It was.
Yeah, boo.
It was. We got we've hit over 1 million total downloads.
Oh, the million that we hit. Yes, yes.
Who cares about a shirt?
Oh, and I want to know. I want to know where my $25 is because I listened to those podcasts more than once. I didn't receive my 25.
What's yes.
The constant clicking. Yeah.
Well, I didn't ask you to. Yeah, I didn't know you were part of the team.
How quickly you forget. Yeah, nice save.
No, I asked a specific group of people to do that.
That was not me, by the way.
That was not Mike falling in the background. That was Vinny.
You know, that's great. I see how it is.
Well, you know what? On the next kind of surreptitious campaign I need to perform, I will call you and I will give you the $25.
Okay.
Yeah, and
And I'll have to wait 6 months till I get it, right? So you remember to send it to me.
Exactly. Unless you come to the studio and say, "Hey, can I have my money?"
In all seriousness.
I might try that.
Oh, sorry. In all seriousness, Stella and Glenn are one of the stalwarts of this community that show up over and over and over again.
Yep.
Are incredibly encouraging and really do help out new members who come into the community. So, a big round of applause to both Stella and Glenn. They're both wonderful people.
They are.
Is there an ass that Mike won't kiss?
Thank you so much for that. You guys are the influence of all that, so we've never felt as welcome being with a group of people as we have with all of you. You're a great bunch, and I don't know what more I can say, but you guys are just really wonderful to be with. And the wintertime, it's hard because I miss every single one of you.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to plan some more things to do during the winter. Not necessarily outside, but you were there for the show in February last year, but I think we're going to try to plan something else in addition to doing that. Like maybe 1 or 2 shows. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the committee can pull off. They're a stellar group of people. But yeah, all right. Well, so thank you for coming out. Thanks for calling in, and we'll see you on Saturday. Looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it? I am.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't wait to get the party started.
That's right. That's right. You are the party animal of the group, you know.
Well, truth be told, that's what the family tells me. I don't know, but yeah.
Well, they're right. They're right.
Just keep me drinking and it'll all be good.
There you go. There you go. That's great. And you just reminded me, I sent out an email today to everybody on the manifest who is coming next week. In case you don't check your emails and you hear this first, just reminding you that it is on the lawn. So bring chairs or blankets or whatever you want to sit on the lawn with. Think of going to a concert, I don't know, at your local amphitheater or whatever, where you're on the lawn or whatever like that, So, don't forget that if you're coming out. All right, Estella, thank you very much. We're going to wrap up and probably get dinner or something because I'm starving. I don't know about you.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you very much for calling. You want to go get dinner?
I think we can make that happen.
How about you, Mike? You want to go?
Sure.
Eric, you want to go?
I'm cool.
Every week we say, Eric, you want to come? He's like, nah. But I understand why. All right. So where should we go? Let's pick 3 places.
We'll talk about that off the air because
No. This is a new part of the show now where we decide.
We don't want to get mobbed by fans.
Oh, is that what you're saying, Mike?
I'm saying we're going to be here for the next 3 hours talking about where we're going to go to eat.
No, we're going to make it.
Episode
We're going to make it
AG
easy.
Ever.
We're going to make it easy.
Eric's just going to get cranky at us. Eventually, he's just going to kill us.
Oh no, I'll just leave.
All right, so here I got 3 choices that I'm writing down now, and we're going to pick them.
Can I guess what they are?
Go ahead.
Is it the Farnsworth, La Bella Italia, and Dobbin House?
What do you? No, you were 2 out of 3.
ABC.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
ABC, La Bella, or Farnsworth. Mike, which do you pick?
La Bella.
La Bella.
Okay, so
it's Italian.
Are we doing this quick?
Yeah.
So I used.
Don't think, just answer.
No.
Don't think, just answer.
ABC.
Okay. ABC.
No, I changed my vote. ABC because we need to get a cheeseburger for this one.
Oh, okay. See, I thought he would like pizza. Okay. So, all right. Then I'll go with ABC as well. So we're going to go to ABC.
First, I got to roll over and get him an ice cream real quick, and then I'll meet you.
So you're getting your dessert before dinner, you lucky dog.
Yeah, he's loving life right now.
My parents didn't do that for me. You're lucky, Wow. You planned that pretty well, too, Vinny. Good for you. Good for you.
He's a little hustler.
He is. He goes, oh, Dad, maybe I'd like it later. That's pretty good. That was pretty smart. Pretty smart. All right, so that's what we're going to do then. We're going to go to ABC. If you're in town, you want to join us, if you want to say hi. I don't know if you want to join us, but if you want to say hi or join us, whatever, you could do that. Either one. Doesn't matter. Come on out. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Sorry about the audio glitch in the beginning there. I don't know what that was all about, but we fixed it, and that's it. Can't wait to see you all next week. Show on Thursday, not Friday. Talk to you later.
Gettysburg Today is hosted by Matt Callery and Veronica Brestensky, Esquire. Produced by Eric, the producer, Moni. Applause led by Owen the Clabber. Guests of Addressing Gettysburg Today stay wherever they want. That's not our concern. To be a guest on the show, send an email to eric@addressinggettysburg.com. Addressing Gettysburg broadcasts from the Gettys Bike Tour Studios. Get a 15% discount on your next tour with Gettys Bike. I'm Huevos Grande, the voice of Addressing Gettysburg Today. Thanks for listening.
I said more ham.
There were many Union men who wept with joyful tears when they saw the honored flag they had not seen for years. Hardly could they be restrained from equal cheers while we were marching through Georgia. Hurrah, hurrah, we're gonna renew that flag. Hurrah, hurrah, the flag makes you free. So we set the course from the banner to the sea. While we were marching through Georgia. Put him in the cell with a long time. Put him in the cell with a long time. While we were marching through Georgia. Hi, this is Bo Brinkman.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's not